The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Your store, your style. By the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, where sports medicine experts help athletes maximize their potential.
We're at Pewaukee High School. It's home of the Pirates, and this fall, it's home to a whole bunch of conference champions. Hi and welcome. I'm Mark Stewart, prep editor of the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel.
And I'm Lance Allen from today's TMJ4. Tonight, Mark, we will feature the Pewaukee Conference champion girls volleyball team in the WIAA regionals, and of course, plenty of playoff football highlights as well. We'll start tonight in Kenosha, where a three-time state tennis champion was honored by her entire school this past week.
That's right, Lance, and she was an easy choice for our Boston Store featured student athlete. Brad Preter's got her story.
An all-school assembly at St. Joseph Catholic Academy in Kenosha was designed to salute all the Lancers fall sports teams. In particular, it was set up to honor three-time state tennis champion Claire Czerwonka. But Claire didn't want to be honored by herself.
The first thing she talks about is her teammates. She talks about her sister. You know, she kind of gets everybody involved. She's a really good team captain. But the first thing when we said we're going to kind of do something for her for her three state titles is the first thing she talked about is, well, my teammates have to be there. You know, and the girls that went to state with me, they got to be there.
While her teammates are certainly worthy of recognition, it was Claire who made her mark on the state tennis scene. She became just the 7th player to win at least 3 WIAA individual state titles.
Her raw power and her ability to control the court and control the other opponent on a match-by-match basis. She's able to adjust real fast. She's able to take over the match as soon as the match begins. She has the skills and the precision to put the ball where she needs it.
Claire Czerwonka finished her senior year 32-0. She helped her team win the Metro Classic title for the 4th straight year. And Claire was joined at state by 4 teammates, including the D2 state runner-up doubles team and her sister Olivia, who took 5th in singles.
The team and the coaches are probably the biggest part of how good of an experience that I did have. And it just made it so much more special to me because they've been so supportive and they've been great, especially my sister, and some of my best friends are on the team.
She's just very supportive for all of us and very nice and helps us through like tough times and everything on the court. She's just a great role model for all of us.
Claire and Olivia say they're very close and they play tennis together all the time. If Olivia had won her quarterfinal match at the state tourney, these two would have faced each other in the semifinals in Madison.
I think it's a good match. It would be a good match for anyone who watches because we both carry ourselves the same way on the court and we both play similar, so it would be like me playing myself pretty much. So it's fun to play her, and I wish it could have happened.
I think it would have been a really good match. It would have been fun to watch, and I think I would have lost. But it would have been close, well, not maybe close, I don't know.
What Claire accomplished in high school tennis is pretty remarkable, but she likely doesn't spend much time thinking about her place in the record books. After all, when Claire went out and won that 3rd consecutive state championship, she was just doing what she loves.
It didn't cross my mind at all going into it that I could like make history or keep just the 2 titles. I wasn't thinking about it.
While the high school season is over, Claire won't take much time off from tennis. She'll get right back to playing tournaments. And in a couple of weeks, she'll sign a letter of intent to play at Valparaiso.
I love tennis. It's my favorite thing like in the world, and it means a lot to me. So every time I'm out there, I have fun, and I love every moment of it.
For another example of how dominant Claire was this past season, consider that at 4 matches at the state tournament, she won 48 games and lost just 5.
We wish Claire and her sister Olivia all the best in the future. Now here's Claire accepting her featured student athlete plaque, courtesy of Boston Store.
Congratulations. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations to the Boston Store featured student athletes. Stay tuned for more highlights on Press Plus. Go Irish!
Whether it's time to get away or just get back in touch with what's important, the vintage-inspired, laid-back style of Rough Hewn can take you anywhere you want to go. Rough Hewn. Well made to be well worn. Exclusively at Boston Store. Your store, your style.
No matter what your schedule, personality, or lifestyle, our primary care providers do everything possible to make every day a little healthier. It all begins by listening and getting to know you. It's about convenience with flexible hours and locations near you. And it's about connections linking you to the power of academic medicine right in your community. For a primary care provider who gets you, get to us.
We're back at Pewaukee High School on the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus. And Lance, it's about that time for our football highlights.
And Mark, we're going to kick it off in Division III and work our way all the way up to D1. Here are the Preps Plus highlights.
Strike up the band for a rematch between Port Washington and Kewaskum. Back in August, Kewaskum beat Port by a touchdown. Port Washington was making its first playoff appearance since 2008. The Kewaskum Indians have been in the postseason 12 straight years, and they bring an 8-1 record into the playoffs. The Indians are on the board first with this sliding touchdown grab by Anthony Stagger. He would have a big night. Kewaskum fans love that, of course, and they show some love for Preps Plus. Thank you very much. Port Washington features Wisconsin Badger recruit number 75, Tyler Beach, and senior QB Tanner Orton. Orton's pass is deflected right into the arms of Sam Lurchie, and he'll tie the game at 7. Now it's 10-7 Kewaskum in the third. Check out Patrick Creer making a cut that causes two Pirate defenders to take each other out. Creer would catch a touchdown pass later in the drive for a 10-point lead. Later in the third, Kewaskum quarterback Dalton Poole lets it fly, and he is on the money to Anthony Stagger. Now it's 24-7. Port Washington on the move in the fourth. Matt Ruppel shakes a tackle, and he will take it all the way down to the 10-yard line, where Alex Vogt finally takes him down. Next play, it's Tanner Orton hitting Sam Lurchie, their second touchdown connection of the night. The Pirates would add a 2-point conversion. But Kewaskum was on its game in the second half. Dalton Poole to Bennett Seidensticker, fourth touchdown pass of the night for Poole. And later on, check out Cole Supernat bouncing off would-be tacklers. Kewaskum wins it 39-22. The Indians advance to face Plymouth in round 2.
You know, after the classes we've had the last couple of years of seniors, not a lot of people gave these guys much of a chance. You know, we came out, we ended up sharing a conference title. Now we're got a second seed in the playoffs, and we're in the second round of the playoffs. So very proud of what they've done, but we also got some work left to do.
Now we go to Division II, where the Brookfield East Spartans take on the Cedarburg Bulldogs at home in round 1 action. It took no time for the Spartans to take control of this game. Here's senior Sam Santiago Lloyd rips off 17 yards on his way to 196 yards on the night. Same drive, senior quarterback Jake Groff keeps it, allowing his blocking to develop, and runs in for the 10-yard touchdown. Now in the second quarter, Spartans driving again. Santiago Lloyd takes the ball outside and almost romps into the end zone, stopped just short at the 1. But Santiago Lloyd would come right back, not being denied this time, as he plunges into the end zone. Spartans up 17-0. Late in the second quarter, Bulldog QB Jack Meyer gets his team going, airing out this pass to Mitch Moeller for 42 yards. That set up this field goal attempt by Bulldog kicker Taylor Cook, but the Spartans defense holds strong and blocks the ball. Now in the third, Santiago Lloyd has his best run of the evening, taking the ball up the gut for 43 yards to the house. Spartans dominating 31-0. Late in the third, Jake Groff fakes the handoff and keeps it, scampering 20 yards for his third touchdown on the night. Spartans cruise in this one, 38-8.
Past years, 2013, 2014, we came out, our past teams got beat by Cedarburg, so we kind of had that in the back of our head. as motivation.
We came out here, we were prepared for a team that really wanted to play us, and we really tried to set the tone physically, and I think we did that.
No, just really happy with our guys, our performance, the effort we gave tonight, and you win to see another day.
When you've got that mentality that you go to work every single day and you get better and you prepare like a champion, good things are going to happen. Seniors break them down. All right.
In the first week of conference play, Oak Creek and Kenosha Bradford hooked up in a barn burner in which Bradford won by a single point.
Would their first round playoff game have a similar result? Sky Babler takes us there. It's time for the Preps Plus Game of the Week.
Tonight's Level 1 matchup is a rematch. Earlier this season, Kenosha Bradford came here to Oak Creek and won 43-42. The Knights looking to advance in the playoffs and get some revenge on these guys. Both defenses were shredded in that Week 3 matchup, but the Knights D made some noise early in this one. Red Devil QB Cody Tostrud with the toss, and a very alert Cameron Sims grabs the deflection and sets up the OC with a nice return. Very next play, Elijah Robinson scampers outside and wins the race to the pylon, 7-0 Oak Creek. More Knight D as Eric Doak is smothered by Quinn Sporletter and barely avoids the safety. That led to a short field, and this keeper by Knight QB Jacob Sinani, Oak Creek up 14-0 at halftime. But Bradford came to play in the second half. Opening drive, Tostrud to Jakari Godfrey, and he races in to cut the lead in half. Next Red Devil possession, Tostrud with the quick out to Marquand Williams, and we are all even at 14. But the Knights answer. Sinani with a nice fake, and he takes it up the middle for the score. OC back up 7. Time for Bradford to respond. Tostrud puts it up, and Williams pulls it down. 27 yards later, we are tied at 21. Now it's Oak Creek's turn. After a field goal, it's Robinson right up the gut. Knights with a cushion, now up by 10. But the Red Devils will not go quietly. They simply get the ball to Godfrey, and the senior does the rest. He adds a nice spin as the OC lead is cut to 3. But the Knights want that revenge, and they get it. Sinani bolts outside for the capper. Oak Creek advances with a 38-28 win. Next up, another rematch as they face Southeast Conference rival Franklin.
It's not like it's a long trip. It's a 10-minute ride, and we're very familiar. Coach Brown and myself are good friends, so I mean it'll be a fun, and the kids, they all know each other, and they compete against each other in multiple sports, and it'll be a great environment.
We're already looking ahead to level 2 of the football playoffs. In the meantime, for all information on the high school football playoffs and preps in general, be sure to check out the Preps Plus website at jsonline.com for as long as your heart's content.
That's really heartfelt, Mark. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
And we're also trying to keep up with social media. For example, follow Preps Plus on Twitter, and we'll tell you where we're headed each and every week. Stick around. Preps Plus will be right back.
It's never been easier or faster to shop Boston Store. Introducing Buy Online, Pickup in Store. Shop for what you want when you want it. Simply shop bostonstore.com, select Pickup in Store, and place your order online. We'll contact you when your order is ready for pickup at your nearest store in as little as a few hours. Plus, with our dedicated pickup service desk, it's never been easier or faster to order today and wear it tonight. Boston Store, your style.
Think of joint pain like a warning light in your car. It means something in your body isn't working right or could be damaged. And the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network is where you go to keep everything in working order. Our orthopedic and spine specialists will show you all your options, from non-surgical remedies like physical therapy to minimally invasive treatments and advanced surgical techniques to get you going again. Isn't it good to know what is possible?
The recently concluded Brewers season was one in which the team and fans were trying to figure out what players will be around for the long haul of the rebuilding process.
Keon Broxton might well be on that list, even though he was sidelined by a late season injury.
I took the challenge aspect of baseball and ran with it. I love the grind, I love the failure, and I love to succeed. Succeeding in baseball is one of the hardest things to do in life. And once you find a way to succeed in baseball, man, it's a great feeling.
Success did not come easy for Keon Broxton in 2016. He was the opening day center fielder at Miller Park, but after an 0 for 17 start with the bat, he was sent to AAA Colorado Springs. But after his final call-up on July 25th, Keon got locked in at the plate and showed the promise scouts had predicted. In less than 2 months, he clubbed 9 home runs, stole 23 bases, and hit over 300.
Just not quitting, just sticking with a plan and sticking with my heart and just seeing whatever happens, man. You just gotta hang in there and just endure the grind and learn from your mistakes and just move forward.
Keon played baseball and football growing up, but a major part of his time was spent skateboarding. He credits the sport with giving him the drive and confidence he now uses in professional baseball.
You're gonna fail a lot on a skateboard, especially trying to learn a new trick. You go weeks without learning this new trick, and you just stick with it all day until you finally land it. And that first time you land it, man, that sense of success is just like, it's overwhelming. And it has a lot to do with baseball as well. You know, you fail like I did early in the year, and then you come back and you succeed, and that's what it's all about. It's about learning how to succeed. It's about learning how to move forward after failing.
In a season with few highlights for the Brewers, Broxton may have had the biggest. This game-saving grab over the wall robbed Anthony Rizzo and helped beat the rival Cubs.
The time that it happened during the game, you know, it was a big moment in the game. Saved the game, and just who it was with the whole background with me and him, it was awesome, man. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, it's probably one of my biggest moments this year.
Keon knows what it takes to become a pro, and even though he's made the big leagues here at Miller Park, he's always striving to be the best.
I watch guys like Ryan Braun come in every day and do different things just to take his game to the next level. And that's what being a pro is. It's every day take your game to the next level. You can't stop. You can't get comfortable. You can't be like, oh, okay, I'm good. Like, I don't need to do anything to get better. That's not a pro. That's a good athlete, but that's not a pro. A pro is a guy that shows up every day, gets work done, and shows on the field.
The boys volleyball team at Germantown has enjoyed a long run of success, including several state tournament appearances and a long run of conference titles.
We honor the Warhawks as the Preps Plus Team of the Week.
It's been quite a run of success for the guys at Germantown. The Warhawks have already clinched their 6th consecutive North Shore Conference championship. The program has only been around for 10 years, all under the direction of Coach Brian Rushmer.
Where we stand today is definitely something I'm pretty proud of. We've had a lot of support from families out here, and we've had some great groups of guys come through.
Winning the conference title again was the first goal for Germantown. It was especially important considering the Warhawks will move to the Greater Metro Conference next year.
This year is actually a really big deal because next year they're having the big conference changes, so this is the last North Shore Conference Championship that we have an opportunity to win.
As you can imagine, this type of success doesn't come without a lot of effort and dedication. Coach Rushmer says the team, on average, devotes 3 hours a day to volleyball. That's not all court time. Some of it is spent studying film. Volleyball is also a year-round pursuit for almost all of these guys.
It gives them an opportunity. You know, most kids think, okay, if I can go play and get reps, get some quality feedback from some coaches maybe, play in some high-level tournaments, got a better chance of making a varsity team.
Rushmer calls his 14-player varsity squad a fun group that is serious about the sport. The roster is a diverse group of seniors all the way down to freshmen.
It was a little different. I wasn't sure, and Coach brought up a lot of underclassmen, but
it's been really good. We've gotten along really well, and we're kind of teaching the younger guys how to play, and it's really good for them, so in a couple of years they'll be used to the level of competition, and they're playing really well.
We got 7 seniors on the team, and we all started playing freshman year, so that started the bond pretty good. We've been playing for 4 years together. We also got a lot of young guys who look up to us, which is good. We also take them under our wing, so the whole team gets along really well, which is great.
Another tradition here at G-Town seems to be having good basketball players on the volleyball squad. Guys who were always hoops players then added volleyball to their resume.
Coach Rushmer does a really good job of teaching us the game and getting us into it.
When sectionals start in a little over a week, the Warhawks will start working at their next goal, getting to the state tournament. It's a place they've been 4 out of the last 5 years.
It's going to be an exciting last month of the year because we think we can definitely make a playoff run and make a push.
Congratulations, guys. Preps Plus, Team of the Week.
Hey, I'm J.R. Radcliffe from Lake Country Publications and Now Newspapers. Now that the football playoffs are upon us, take a look back at the regular season when you find my Preps Alcove column, and I rank the 10 best games in the Lake Country and Waukesha area from this year. You can also find my First and Short blog post looking at the 10 best games in all of suburban Milwaukee. Both of those things available at lakecountrynow.com. Or you can find a link at your source for all things Milwaukee area football, The Push, located at mycommunitynow.com/push. Stay with us throughout the fall postseason. We'll have all the coverage all the way through the state tournaments. Boys soccer and girls volleyball are underway. State tennis wrapped up last weekend, and state cross country is next weekend in Wisconsin Rapids. Preps Plus, we'll be right back.
Whether it's time to get away or just get back in touch with what's important, the vintage-inspired, laid-back style of Rough Hewn can take you anywhere you want to go. Rough Hewn, well made to be well worn. Exclusively at Boston Store, your style.
No matter what your schedule, personality, or lifestyle, our primary care providers do everything possible to make every day a little healthier. It all begins by listening and getting to know you. It's about convenience with flexible hours and locations near you. And it's about connections linking you to the power of academic medicine right in your community. For a primary care provider who gets you, get to us.
The immediate care after an ankle injury is pretty well known with the PRICE principle: protect, rest, ice, compression, and elevation. As long as a fracture has been ruled out, the rehabilitation process can start almost immediately. While you're elevating, you can point and flex the ankle in sets of 30 to help decrease swelling and regain your range of motion. Once you're able to walk, a good exercise to include is resisted sidestepping, placing the band under the pads of your feet to add some extra ankle strengthening. Proprioception or balance training is essential after an ankle injury. One way to achieve this is with the Y balance exercise. The injured ankle can start balancing on the floor and can be progressed to balancing on a pillow or an uneven surface to make it more difficult. One of the more advanced exercises you can do after an ankle injury is a single leg squat to a calf raise. This combines range of motion, strengthening, and multi-directional stability. Once you've returned to your sport, it's recommended that you maintain some of these more advanced exercises for 2 to 3 weeks to help prevent re-injury.
To learn more about the sports medicine program, visit freighter.com/sports.
The Pewaukee girls volleyball team won the Woodland Conference tournament last weekend and then had to turn right around and get ready for regional action a few days later.
The Pirates face conference rival New Berlin Eisenhower in the Preps Plus Spotlight.
In football, the goal is Madison. In girls volleyball, the place to be is the Resch Center in Green Bay in early November. And tonight, 2 of the Woodland's best will try to get one step closer. It's Pewaukee taking on New Berlin Eisenhower in the regional semifinal. The Lions finished second in the Woodland West regular season with a 4-2 mark. The Pirates were third, but caught fire late, winning their first conference tournament title in 25 years. Opening set and a good start for the homestanding Lions. Mackenzie Mazensky with the winner, 10-6 Eisenhower. But the Pirates surge back. Kat Van Hull with the drive as Pewaukee ties it up at 18 apiece. But Ike has the final say in set one. Carly Muchernowski with the block. Lions take the opener 25-22. Set two belonged to Pewaukee and Brooke Seibert. She starts with some finesse as she simply taps it over the net for the point. Then she finishes with some power. This rocket on set point finds an opening. Pirates take the set 25-14. But the Lions claw back in the third. Here Mazensky finds a clearing as Ike goes up 20-15. Later, it's Olivia Ciardo with a major kill. Eisenhower holds on to take set three, 26-24. Time for Pewaukee to rebound. Here, Van Hull nails this winner right on the line. Pewaukee up 20-16. Then it's Seibert with perfect placement on this drop shot. Pewaukee evens it at 2 sets apiece with a 25-18 win. Deciding set number 5 saw Ike with the early cushion. Ciardo knocks one through, 8-5 Lions. But the Pirates dig deep and rally. Van Hull's laser is too hot to handle. Pewaukee grabs the lead. Finally, on match point, Seibert's serve is a beauty, and it's time to celebrate. Pewaukee advances to the regional final for the first time in 15 years with a hard-fought 3-2 victory.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to be on any other team. The team has worked so hard this year. Our players have been playing for their position, working their best. I would not want to be on any other team. I'm so happy with this team right now.
I say this group is really special. They give it 100% effort every day. They work it well off the court as a team. They don't matter what rank they are. They step on the court and they're all one. It's really exciting. Proud of all of them.
Before we go tonight, we also congratulate Pewaukee's other conference champions in football, girls cross country, and boys soccer. Great job, Pirates.
And next week we'll have Level 2 football playoff highlights and oh so much more. Until then, I'm Lance Allen.
And I'm Mark Stewart. We'll see you next week on Preps Plus.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store, your style. By the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, where sports medicine experts help athletes maximize their potential.